In this video I'm going to unbox my first welding machine and everything else you need to buy to start laying beads. What's up everybody? Welcome back to Wrench at Home. In these boxes sitting on my table is my brand new welder, not sponsored. It's also the first welder I have ever owned, and on top of that I haven't even welded once in my whole life. I decided to buy a welder after I was trying to replace the seat belts on my 1980 square body truck. When I pulled out the carpets, it revealed a lot of rusty holes. Not good. I could bring the truck to a repair shop, but then I wouldn't learn anything and you wouldn't have anything to watch, so I decided I'm going to try to repair it myself. Subscribe to the channel to see more about this in the future. So after a lot of YouTube research, shout out to Harry the Ferryman, I decided on the 200 CI Synergic model from HBM. Again, not sponsored. But with only a welding machine, you're still ways away from your first beads. So I bought a lot of accessories with it as well. Not all of them necessary, but useful nonetheless. Let's start with unboxing the welding machine first. It comes with all the basic accessories you'll need, like hoses and hose clamps to hook up your gas canister, ground clamps, electrode holder, etc. I went with this model because it's compact, not too power heavy with a max of 200 amps, supposedly easy for beginners and reasonably priced. With this model you can stick weld, MIG weld and weld using flux core wire, which means you won't need a separate gas bottle. You can also lift TIG weld with it, although you will need a different torch for that. The MIG welding torch that's included with this machine feels very sturdy and has a Euro style connector, so it's easily replaceable if I ever need a different torch. I want to use this machine mainly for MIG welding, because I think it's the easiest to learn for beginners, and you can make very pretty welds without major cleanup work afterwards like you get with stick welding. The machine itself is pretty compact, perfect when you're storing it in your home garage like me. On the front of the machine you have the inputs for the welding torch and ground connections and also the main power control. When you open up the side door you can see where the wire spool goes. This machine can fit spools of 1 kg or 5 kg. The main power switch is located at the back as well as the gas input fitting. For all you welding machine geeks out there, I included a close-up of these numbers as well, but I have no idea what they all mean. Now let's open up the next box with all the accessories. I bought all of this stuff at HBM as well, still not sponsored. In this box there is a welding helmet, a welding blanket to protect stuff from burning metal shrapnel, some welding clamps, the pressure regulator and flow meter that attaches to your gas canister, and some welding magnets. Then we have a pair of welding gloves, multifunctional welding pliers, and 2 spools of welding wire. Because I'll be welding thin sheet metal in my truck floor, I got 2 5 kg spools of 0.8 and 0.6 mm wire thickness.
Hey, up, I've tried to tell you this 100 times. Not getting better by lying there, pretending to cry.
The welding gloves are made of a thick leather that protect you from the heat during welding. These are 400mm long, so they not only protect your hands but also your wrists and part of your forearms. They are a bit stiff and rigid, so they might not be perfect for small, delicate jobs, but they will probably loosen up a bit when they get used some more. Next up is my new welding helmet. Because of this channel, I went with a nice USA-inspired design. The helmet is auto-darkening, which means the screen automatically goes darker when you start welding, but gets lighter when you're not, so you always have maximum visibility of the thing you're working on. The sensitivity, delay and level of darkening are all customizable, and of course the headband is adjustable so it fits most, if not all, head sizes. What's up guys? I'm sorry to interrupt, but if you're enjoying this video, please leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Thanks! Now back to the video. The welding clamps are pretty basic vice grip style clamps to hold your workpiece in place when you are welding. And this mysterious envelope is an extra wire feed roller wheel that supports the 0.6 and 0.8mm welding wire I ordered. The default wheel in the welding machine at the moment only supports 0.8 and 1mm wire thickness. I also got a set of welding magnets to easily hold pieces of metal in place before they get tack welded together. These magnets have different corner angles so that they can help you make perfect corner angles on your workpiece, like 45 or 90 degrees. The pressure regulator and flow meter attaches to your gas canister. It has two gauges and a big knob that controls how much gas flows through your welding torch. The amount of gas that's currently flowing will be visible in the right gauge, displayed in liters per minute and cubic foot per hour, or CFH. The left gauge will display the gas canister pressure in bars and PSI, and will basically tell you how much gas is left in the bottle. The welding pliers are a pretty basic set of pliers with different holes and shapes for different jobs, like cutting the welding wire, loosening the torch nozzle or contact tip, or cleaning the inside of the torch nozzle. The welding blanket is meant for protection against heat, welding sparks or spatter. It's very robust but also pretty lightweight and is made of fiberglass with an aluminium front cover. You could use this to protect flammable objects in the area when you're welding, or your camera operator. Alright, these clamps I got in a different order, but I decided to include them in this video as well. These are butt welding panel clamps that are ideal when you're working with sheet metal. The clamps perfectly align sheet metal panels while maintaining a 1mm gap between them for welding. These will definitely come in handy when I start working on my truck floor. Next up is this welding jacket that will protect me from heat, spatter and sparks while welding. It's very heavy and made from cow split leather, which you can smell. The jacket has heat-resistant seams and closes with Velcro and current-insulated buttons. Very nice! Now it's time for the last box. What will be in here? You guessed it, it's a welding cart. Or it will be after some required assembly.
Assembly instructions.
This cart is the simplest model from HBM and will hold the welding machine, gas canister and most, if not all, accessories I unboxed in this video. It comes with swivel wheels up front, some chains to hold your gas bottle upright, and some hangers on the side for your welding torch, ground cable, power cable, etc. All metal parts are finished in a nice semi-gloss black paint. If you want to see me assemble this cart and of course my welding machine itself, stay tuned for next week's video. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and if you did, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Bye!